presents OG!
We're making noise. It's me and him. It's me and him. I came out before my cue. I'm a consummate professional, I promise. When I get excited, I guess the chair is going to tilt back. That's the thing tonight. Think they've been ready, Bob. There we go.
Bob Whitney firing up the band.
There we are.
We are live here, folks. We are live at the XWA Event Center, proudly to present our 3-year anniversary of TNT.
OG.
OG indeed.
OG TNT. Number 3. I've been here for about 9 months. I've been in commentary with you guys. I've been on these shows for about a year now. I've seen a ton of new faces already, like this guy, Kid Curry. You know, and I mentioned the new faces. I can't imagine the things you guys have seen. You and Bob Whitney, the OGs of the commentary table.
Well, I appreciate that, John Roy. I'll tell you, we have certainly seen a lot of changes in a very short amount of time over 3 years. But you, my friend, you are embarking upon something very poignant that we want to bring out to our fans. The 3rd year of TNT, in my opinion, has been some of the most diverse as the floodgates have opened up and all sorts of competition this side of the Mississippi has made their way through these hollowed halls.
Absolutely, and another new competitor coming down as we speak. Let Bob Whitney do the intro, the honors. There he is.
This young man is full of fire and fury. We have seen that be the constant and the regular over the past few weeks at Thursday Night Throwdown. But what we saw just 2 nights ago from Kid Curry is a polished pedigree unlike many athletes his age. Antoine Nicholas has a lot to prove in just this bout alone. And what a way to open up tonight's festivities.
Then with Kid Curry's prestigious pedigree and the alliteration. I love it.
You know me, I'm a sucker for poetic license, but take nothing away from what kind of spectacle these two are poised to put on. On paper, this sounds fantastic, and I cannot wait to call this action.
Referee Tony P getting set to kick it off as we are joined by none other than Mr. Bob Whitney.
Thank you, thank you. What is going on here, Mr. Bobby Rossi? John Roy, XWA presents OG. What a night it is going to be.
An OG night.
An OG night. What do you know about those, John?
An OG night? I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about those with the rating this show has.
Well, sounds action is underway here. I'm sure you're going to see a lot of amateur wrestling here. Both men with a background in collegiate wrestling.
I'm glad you finished that sentence. I'm glad both men have a background.
I was already into it. I was intrigued.
Yes, all XWA roster members go through a rigorous background check. Puns aside, these two have a very similar background, being decorated amateur wrestlers. embarking upon the professional leagues with a lot of promise. As you can see, all this technicality taking place right now. Kid Curry charges in with the shoulder block, and this is what I was talking about earlier. Antoine Nicholas is very hasty. Oh, nice counter there. Curry now wisely back to the headlock, grounding his opponent, knowing that Nichols prefers to fly. He is a very cagey type of wrestler. He's unpredictable, to say the least. Now it looks as if Antoine Nicholas is fighting Curry's fight. Not a wise decision, in my opinion.
No, we saw him on Thursday night. The ground game definitely his strongest asset, learning from his father, his grandfather, respectively. It's the smartest move. We saw what happened a little earlier. He went to those ropes. Didn't work out for him so well. So, like you're saying, absolutely Kid Curry's going to have to stay down, keep it low.
And you speak of Thursday night, Kid Curry having the opportunity to go one-on-one with Trigger the OG in his first match here at the XWA. What an opportunity that was. Fell a little short. You'll also see Trigger the OG later on tonight in our main event cover here. No.
Nice counter. Look, I'm really liking what I see from both of these guys here. Both Nicholas and Curry are able to think on their heels. When things do not go according to plan, they are able to switch up their mode of offense. Very impressive capoeira style of stance by Antoine Nicholas. Springboard.
Oh, missed those ropes completely.
But to no avail. Curry now goes for the pin. He's looking to get Antoine as far away from the perimeter as he can. Not the best ring positioning.
Not at all, especially against Kid Curry, as we just stated. Best offense is on the ground, and Antoine just, unfortunately, set him up. He put himself in the bear trap.
Center of the ring right now, good place to be if you want to get a pinfall or a submission, that's for sure. Keep him away from those ropes.
And Nicholas is so concerned with not having his shoulders flush to the mat that he almost gave Curry his arm. He didn't prevent that bar from actually taking place by locking his own hands. That's the experience factor. Even though these two guys are very near in age, Curry's got a little bit more poise to him and a bit more formal of an education. You could see that in the tactics he employs.
Pretty well educated with that floor.
Curry on the outside. Watch Nicholas.
Oh.
Throwing caution to the wind, but he hangs onto the ropes for good measure. Curry now.
I think both of these guys having trouble with the ropes all night.
Tell you what's going on is they've gotten inside their heads. They know that this is a big match. They know that they've got themselves a nice-sized house to impress. They need to slow things down.
This is firing up. He's got the crowd behind him as Antoine gets himself up.
Oh!
Puts a stop to it real quick.
Antoine capitalizing here, going for the cover, hooks the leg, only gets the two. Tony P right there.
And Curry is checking his chicklets. Antoine Nicholas very quick to go for a chancery. Now it reverses to a chin lock, keeping his opponent grounded, keeping him right in the center of the ring. This is smart warfare right here, and this is what he has to do. Nicholas, as we talked about earlier, is the type. He likes to fly. He likes to turn things up a notch. Not boding rather well for him to do so. Take a calculated approach.
These guys are pretty much equally sized. Kid Curry's a little stockier than Antoine. I don't know if Antoine's going to be able to outpower him and keep him down.
Here's what you're talking about, John. Curry looking for the escape right now, using the strength advantage. And Nicholas able to bring him right down.
But he used momentum on his side to do that.
Nicholas got that mean streak, and I look at Tony P surveying the action. That chin lock could be a little low.
Can't see Kid Curry's face at the moment.
Tony P got to be right there. That could be a legal chokehold. I don't know. That's under the chin there. No, escapes. Backs him into the corner. Looking to break the hold.
Threw that arm right out of the way.
Reversal of the whip. Kid Curry stops. Beautiful up and over. Arm drag sends Nicholas back to the mat.
And here's that ground game coming back.
Wow! Impressive power.
Oh! Core strength. Antoine kicking out somehow.
Now, that is a very explosive belly-to-belly suplex. Not the cleanest bridge afterwards, but whoa.
You got belly strength like that, don't you, Bob?
I don't have that kind of belly strength. You were talking about Kid Curry not necessarily being able to, Antoine Nicholas being able to keep up with the mass. There it is right there. Curry's strength is something else.
Nicholas with a counter, though. Watch this. Knee right to the, where he caught it now? Looks like the midsection, maybe. The chin notch. Oh, my God. Retaliation at its finest.
Curry now with the redirection. Misses with the pump kick attempt. Antoine Nicholas had him grappled for a second, and Curry with a mean right hand.
Beautiful right hand.
Reversal of the whip.
Jesus! I want to watch that back.
Tony P says that is just 2, and that is very, very close. You can see the impact of that Spanish fly actually, being a detriment to both contenders here.
Both men taking a pounding right now. Wear and tear on the bodies here in our opening contest. XWA presents OG.
Trying to think of some clever OG things to say, but it's a different name. I got nothing lined up.
Thinking for weeks. So race to their feet right now. Tony P, count of 5. Crowd getting behind.
Not to mention I'm a suburban white boy. I don't sound very gangster when I say OG things.
You can take it to the streets, I'm sure, John.
Maybe.
Antoine Nicholas is taking it to Kid Curry, who also has offense of his own, shot for shot. These guys are taking it to one another. No love lost. Beautiful palm strike. Shades of Jack Briscoe. And Nicholas gets that last final forearm in through that exchange.
Watch out, Curry follows up with another.
He was that half a second quicker.
Beautiful technique by both of these men, almost thrown out of the window, because right now it is all fire and force.
Excellent agility being shown there by Curry. Antoine follows in. Oh, man, right to the top of the head there.
Bopped him. Oh, and a high bop.
Missile-style drop kick sends Antoine loopy.
What's he going for? Antoine smart fighting out of that.
Blocked the Saito suplex attempt.
Knew what happened last time.
Float underneath.
It's not going to matter.
Oh!
Bridges into that pin. 2, 3. Ring the bell.
Here is your winner, Kid Curry.
Fantastic matchup between these two young men. I am thoroughly impressed by both of them, but I gotta say, gentlemen, you can see the pedigree in Kid Curry.
Yeah, I'm glad these guys stepped up their focus a little bit midway through that match. I think they were too impressed, too focused on trying to impress the crowd, try to outdo each other rather than just win the contest. And I think once they nailed down, got their game together, everything the pieces just fell into place.
We have watched the sport of professional wrestling literally evolve in front of our eyes over a very short amount of time, and it truly has become a spectacle of the athletic, of the type of athlete who is not just a ground and pounder. And these guys, straying from their original roots of their amateur background, might have saw that bite them in the hind parts, but yet again, Kid Curry with a very impressive victory. And what a way to start off at XWA, considering Thursday night.
Main eventing a Thursday. Headlining, top of the show. On OG.
Big ups to Kid Curry and big ups to you folks. Thank you for bringing the XWA into your homes. But for right now, let's kick it back to Bob Whitney.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome, joining our commentary team,
Hey! Why does nobody tell me about these things?
Dad! First chair, my friend. Welcome to the booth.
Hey, Buff Dad. I like the stripes. They're slimming.
This is a TNT original, a day oneer, a true OG of Thursday nights. Dad, welcome to the booth, my friend.
I love being here with you guys.
Being OG, you're here with us. You get to commentate on a Vinnie Pacifico match.
I love Vinnie Pacifico.
He's another OG here at Thursday Night Throwdowns.
Not as old as me.
I mean, no one's as old as you, Buck.
He's the Salt and the Swivel, ladies and gentlemen, and he is going to be our guest commentator for this matchup.
Introducing first, from Staten Island, New York.
What's up, brother? How are you guys?
75 pounds,
See, he's so lovable.
Vinnie Pacifico.
You know, one thing that has never changed about Vinnie Pacifico, and over the past couple of years, a lot of things have changed for him in his professional life. He goes nowhere but up the ladder of success. However, since day one, he has had a true enthusiasm, a sincere love and passion for professional wrestling, and that has yet to die out one bit. Big ups to the kid, Vinnie Pacifico.
See, Buck, Dad, I told you change is good. Now start switching out those Hanes.
Hey. Your mom loves me.
That's your comeback, Buck.
Just the way I am.
That's right. The Buff Dad hails from the fantasy of 1,000 mothers, ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't already know. But there is somebody that everyone knows.
From the fantasies of 1,000 XWA fans.
The chairman, indeed, is here to show up another original gangster of the wrestling kingdom of Thursday nights. Ladies and gentlemen, to Whitney for the introduction.
I thought it stood for obtrusive grandma.
His opponent, he's accompanied by his manager, the artist, formerly known as Squire, from the Providence, Rhode Island, weighing at 181 pounds. The chairman of the Boneyard, Joey Bones!
Folks, we talk about the XWA, and we talk about things like perseverance. We talk about the never say die mantra. We talk about being true to yourself, and that is all personified by that young man right there. He's not just a cool kid with a snazzy leather jacket. This is the heart and soul of the XWA.
Squire?
I'm talking
No,
about Joey Bones.
That's the artist formerly known as Squire. He's
right.
Prince.
So is that the seat formerly known as chair?
I love Purple Rain.
The Squire,
Prince.
former manservant and employee of King Leon VI. Custody has been rightfully won via competition and bets by Joey Bones, and that is why you're seeing the artist formerly known as Squire by his side, cheering him on. He's allowed to wear real clothes. He's allowed to bathe. It's been good for everyone, Dad.
I'm glad because the locker room was getting really rank.
I'm glad you said it and not me. Well, let's take our focus away from locker room aroma and let's take it to the ring for this one-on-one contest. Vinnie Pacifico climbing up the ladder of success throughout the region, a future of honor / Ring of Honor standout. Joey Bones holding it down here at the home turf and really coming into his own. The sky is the limit for both of these young fellas.
Referee, Jack.
Over the hill.
Jack, jumping Jack.
Jumping Jack Hill, ladies and gentlemen. He is a lean bulk, 208 pounds. He is the flyest, fittest referee on the roster, and he paid me to say that.
How much?
None of your business.
Can I borrow some money?
Drinks on me after the show, Dan. How about that? Look at this now. Joey Bones, the nice hold of the waist there. Looking for that amateur-style takedown, but Vinnie Pacifico drops low with a toe hold and floats over for the headlock. Good ground game by the kid.
They know how to wrestle. I don't know how to do that.
You know how to survive, Dad. I'll give you that. John Roy, we talk about the theme of this event being OG, original gangsta. Who's been here? Who's been around? Who's done what? Who, in your opinion, has the advantage in this matchup, considering how well these two know one another?
In this matchup here, I'm gonna have to go with Joey Bones, just because he's here more. He knows the talent a little bit better. I'm not saying Vinnie doesn't, but I think Joey Bones is just that slight bit closer to home than Vinnie.
Trapping Pacifico between the buckles, he launches one of those patented drop kicks of his. I'm not so sure he got all of it, but what a way to floor Pacifico. In my opinion, he's like an English bulldog. He's small, but he's stocky, and he's explosive.
I hope they didn't crop his tail.
Maybe that calls for the mean streak. Who knows? Dad, who do you have in this matchup?
I got to go with Joey. Day one. This is his house.
Home field advantage does count for a lot.
Your former slave, Joey Bones.
Well, you know, stuff happens.
Hey, let's not talk about history, all right? Let's not talk about old stuff.
Some OG stuff.
I know. But hey, let's talk about this matchup. Look at the extension on that whip by the chairman.
We'll just say Joey was part of Buff Inc. for a while.
Try to block those days out of my memory, but nonetheless, Pacifico.
Oh, jeez. Vinnie just folding her on the edge of the ring.
Takes a very hard fall out of the ring.
It all started with a jelly donut. That's history for you.
Would you like to explain, Buff Dad?
Please do. Come on, you're not letting it hang. Let's go.
You don't remember the Christmas party we had and Joey took the last jelly donut and I wanted it, I hit it, and then Joey squished it in my face? Now,
and then he became your slave?
And then things worked out in our favor for a while.
All right, well, folks, whatever you do, don't take Buff Dad's last piece of pastry. And Pacifico feeling all the effects of that.
Rolling right over the stairs.
I really wanted that donut.
Let it go, Dad. Let it go.
But it was jelly.
Oh, and Joe!
Oh, ain't nothing jelly about that.
Getting whipped into those guardrails. Moving the whole section, the fans across the back row standing up simultaneously.
I think that's because their knees were just crushed by that impact. I mean, Pacifico now is feeling the effects of Joey Bones' offense. Talking about almost 4 minutes that have taken place right here. And there's been a lot of brutality in a short amount of time. This is boiling down into a fight pretty quick. Oh!
Joey just ran through Vinnie.
It shows you what kind of play leverage has in a matchup, Dad. You know, a lot of people would consider Joey Bones the quote-unquote weaker of the two, Pacifico having a little bit more muscle mass on him, but Joey with that long reach was able to get a lot more velocity in that lariat than was Vinnie, and we saw the effects of it.
When Joey hits you, you feel it.
I'm sure you do. Thankfully, I haven't had to cross that bridge before. Both men now trapped in the buckles here. Joey with a whip, and he hits him with that patented Yakuza.
Foot turn him inside out. Buff Dad, you got a kick like that.
Oh, it chipped my tooth.
From the rafters.
Elbow first, right into the canvas. Oh, and he's grabbing those ribs, too. Not a good landing at all. Pacifico getting out of the way, and Joey just contorting in every wrong direction.
Did you see the height he got on that attempt?
Of course. I mean, he's already 12 feet tall.
Pacifico breaks the chancery here. Comes underneath, follows through with a European-style uppercut. He staggers the lanky, tall Bones. Leaps in with a back elbow.
Number 2.
And this is the Vinnie Pacifico that we all know and love.
Oh! Joey's got him up now.
Pacifico slips out. German suplex! Shotgun-style drop kick into the buckles. and Pacifico is hot.
Those buckles have played a major factor in this matchup. Kicking out at 2.
That was so close.
Yeah, we've seen these guys go back and forth, corner to corner, countless times already, and we're not even, what, about 5 minutes in now?
By my watch, we are just under 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Joey Bones was folded up deep and tight and still managed to kick out of that pin. That's impressive. I say both men are putting on a fantastic show in this matchup.
Vinnie coming across with that elbow. Stiff shot to the jaw.
Dad, I got to ask you, you still strong on your choice of Joey Bones?
Did you see that? I'm still. Joey's got a never say die attitude.
Oh, he just hit him with the bone cutter.
2. No! 2! Don't count Vinnie out. 2.5.
All right. Well, Jack Hill insists that this match will continue. I was a little bit closer than 2 3/4 by my estimation. Vinnie Pacifico almost running on fumes as Bones pulls him to the center of the ring.
He's going for that elbow again.
Joey Bones going up.
They take it a little bit too long. Pacifico back to his feet.
Oh!
Ace Crusher! Cover! No!
Oh!
I thought that was it for Joey Bones.
Pacifico has got himself a crossface. Locked in on Joey Bones. Bones is going to have to rely on that long reach of his. He counters into a pin attempt. Ooh! Mean right hand. Spine to the pine. And Bones follows through the busted crab. Pacifico taps out.
Here's your winner, the champion of the Boneyard, Joey Bones.
Gentlemen, we were right.
That was amazing. I told you can't count. Well, Joey has a never say die attitude.
You can't count Vinnie out either, but boy, oh boy, one could argue that Mr. Bones here tonight has pulled off an upset.
It's almost like Buffett has a magic ball. You can see into the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for welcoming the XWA's 3rd anniversary of TNT celebration into your homes. We are proud to present OG as well as a show of sportsmanship between these two competitors. John Roy, we're not even halfway through this show, and I'm already starting to get tired.
Right? Keeping my eyes on Squire. I'm not sure. You know, we're seeing changes from Vinnie Pacifico. I was almost waiting to see if Squire would...
It's the artist formerly known as Squire.
Whatever you want to call him. I was wondering if his old ways were going to come back to light. If he was going to interfere in that match. But, I mean, he seems to be behaving for now.
Well, he's turned over a new leaf. He's seen a new light. Having joined forces with Joey Bones, the artist formerly known as Squire was only there for moral support, and I was glad to see that happen because Joey Bones, on his own merits, earned himself a very solid victory against Future of Honor, Vinnie Pacifico.
Guys, thanks for having me. I love you guys, and maybe soon I'll come back.
Dad, it was a pleasure to have you at the booth. Thank you for joining us.
We're here every Thursday.
Thanks for letting me know.
7:30 p.m., 3 Bridal Avenue.
All right, maybe.
XWA Event Center.
For Thursday Night Throwdown, we just celebrated 3 years of doing it here each and every Thursday. Let's go for that.
3.
Three. Let's give it to you guys, of course, for joining us each and every Thursday.
3 years.
But on top of that, being here each and every Thursday, we're heading into our 4th year. We have a ton in store. Be here each and every Thursday, only $5.
Is that English?
At the door. Now, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is a 3-on-2 handicap match.
This match, we saw them set this match up this past Thursday night. It was supposed to be initially Nick Delta versus Jose Perez. a bunch of things unfolded, and
wait a minute. What in the world
and we'll just take it from here.
Well, this is the Squire for hire.
And he's got some toilet paper.
Introducing first. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll start with today. Introducing first. Hold the boat. Wait, I have to find the card. I'm sorry.
This guy has been struggling at being the official ring announcer and manservant of King Leon VI for quite a while. And he's found himself in a pickle here tonight as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is Hamlet Hurts Me. Hamlet hurts us. Hamlet hurts us, everybody. Hurts you.
The last thing you want to do is mess up a professional wrestler's name during their entrance, because it is a means of them being introduced to new fans and a new market, if you will. So I'll be slightly devil's advocate in this regard, because the Squire for hire, he has botched almost every introduction we've given him since.
What does everybody want?
Is he introducing the skull?
He's trying to. I don't think he knows his name. That is Yorick. And Yorick has been the confidant of Hamlet Hurts-You ever since he's shown up to the event center.
He's calling him Al Snow now.
I know this one. I've got this one. Excuse me, Mr. Snow.
As we talked about, this tag team matchup was a culmination of encounters that took place between Nick Delta, Jose Perez, King Leon VI, who could not be any less thrilled with his personal ring announcer.
Do I start now, sir? Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, wearing it at a completely healthy amount of weight. Weighing from the dominion of the head. He is the guillotine of every single geek in this land of yours. He is the one true marvel of professional wrestling. He is my friend of yours. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you King Lion III.
King Lauren?
King Lion III. That's the best one yet.
He's only one letter off.
And yes, this is a handicap matchup, ladies and gentlemen. King Leon VI will be tagging up with Hamlet Hurts-You, and was originally scheduled to tag up with Nick Delta. Nick Delta has had some other plans, and he has hired a mercenary to stand in his place tonight.
Nick Delta's not even here tonight. Is he going to come in backwards?
You will wait for my cue to touch my crown. Squire, take off my crown. Peasants, peasants, peasants. Since my introduction was done incorrectly, I will fix it. Weighing in at the perfect amount of weight, reigning over the kingdom of Behenja, I am the guillotine of the gods, the one true tyrant of professional wrestling, and I am your almighty King Leon VI.
Wait, there's
Now that the introduction is out of the way, Hamlet, you and I know something that, well, we must tell the crowd, don't we? It seems that our partner is missing, Nick Delta.
He's the reason for all of this.
Nick Delta is missing. But there's a very good reason behind it, and the reason is, well, you don't deserve Nick Delta. In fact, earlier today, I spoke to Nick Delta, and Nick Delta told me to tell you that none of you deserve his time, and if he's going to wrestle Jose Perez, it will be, in fact, on his time. But I assure you, Nick Delta gave us one hell of a replacement. You could say he's a superstar.
A superstar.
I will let them know, darling. You can believe that.
He said the superstar's here. I don't know if they heard me.
You know, he could use a moniker superstar as much as he'd like, because if there's anyone that lives up to it, it would be this young man right here. We saw him first show up at the XWA during the first season of Thursday Night Throwdown, and shortly after he had a WWE tryout. Fell a little bit short of his hopes, but he was given some very sound and solid advice. Ever since that day, this man has been on a quest, an absolute hell-bent path towards success. And since showing back up in the later half of the third season of TNT, he has truly stood out in a positive way. Darlie Decimo, baby, don't you dare forget that T is silent.
Yeah, it was once the T started becoming silent, that's when the attitude started to change.
I can neither confirm or deny.
Speaking of attitude change, Sammy Diaz making his return as of recent.
Well, he didn't come alone. He may have himself a deficit in the numbers, but I guarantee you he more than makes up for it with the heart that he brings to the dance. Along with his tag team partner. He's been known as many things in the past. He's been known as El Diablo. He's been known as the East Coast Intensity. But here, he is known as the Commissioner, the short arm of the law, former XWA champion. And they're not wasting any time whatsoever. They're not playing it safe. Tensions have boiled over to the point where things have become truly personal between all of these men. Sammy Diaz recently making his return to Thursday Night Throwdown since recovering from a very complicated knee injury and surgery. He ran to the aid of one Jose Perez as he was in the middle of a melee from all of these hands here.
And what is going on?
The lights have gone out here in the arena.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought it was just an electrical malfunction, but I don't think it is.
What is going on here? And everybody's at a standstill.
Speaking of XWA original gangsters, XWA Wrestling Kingdom original, John Steele's in the house.
Started out 3 years ago, a trainee of the Wrestling Kingdom, and he is here tonight at OG. Him and Hershey going at it on the outside. There is mayhem happening right now in the middle of the ring.
I don't know if he's officially a part of this matchup, but the match is yet to start.
I was going to say, do we even have an official matchup?
The bell is not yet started, and one could say that this entire matchup is in peril right now. Referee Calloway's got to make a judgment call here. He could throw the entire thing out. John Steele just thrown into the side of the ring with no hesitation by Hamlet Hershew. Jose Perez duking it out with King Leon VI as Sammy Diaz and Darley Decimo engage in battle on the other side of the arena. Mayhem has spilt throughout the house.
What's going on with Squire, though? What's he doing?
The Squire for hire is just trying to keep himself out of harm's way, it looks like.
Jose was just chewing on that head of King Leon.
Too much action to watch right now. Trying to keep my attention on all three fights going on the outside here. Jose Perez now in the middle of the ring. And the bell is called for. Action is finally underway.
With King Leon, Jose Perez, the starting man in this, I don't even know what it is now, 12-on-12 matchup?
The East Coast Intensity former XWA champion, 5th in the lineage of champions.
Jose with a series of arm drags.
Single-handedly taking out that entire team. Both Hamlet Hershew and Darley Decimo looking for a bum rush style attack. Got stopped as Jose Perez is looking to take to the air. Whoa!
Instead, everybody else went.
Sammy Diaz and John Steele take to the air with a pair of daredevil dives over the middle rope, and the entire opposing team has been floored.
The odds are now even with John Steele in the mix here. Perez and King Leon, we know they have a storied history. Bring it back to May at the West Warwick Civic Center at Excelsior. Watch out for Diaz, though.
Oh, from the top.
Cover here by Jose Perez. Diaz inadvertently in way of the referee's vantage point. Could have affected that pinfall right there. Could have miscombobulated, not sure of which corner he's at. Steele now makes the tag, and it looks as if this has officially become a six-man? I'm not sure. Tyler Calloway seems to be allowing it.
Is that, yeah, it's looking that way.
I mean, that's how it appears. Hamlet Hershew and King Leon VI have been somewhat of a formidable duo from time to time. Darley Decimo, the hired gun in the picture, bringing 245 pounds of muscle mass to the dance. Sammy Diaz clearly outsized here in this exchange, but that's not going to stop him whatsoever. The same can be said for John Steele. Smart tactics employed here. Tandem off.
Oh! Nice follow-up there. We have to question, though, what happened to Nick Delta? He was originally scheduled to go against Perez. That's how all this came about.
I feel as if he's taking the coward's way out. It looks as if he's got someone doing his dirty work for him. I don't care what kind of issuance was given by King Leon VI. I think it's highly rooted in cowardice. But that's just my opinion, guys.
He's probably out behind an old brick building talking to a camera.
Steele now with the chancery, contains King Leon VI in that perfect amount of weight of his. Sammy Diaz now back in the mix. Ooh, big kick to the midsection. Effectively, a lot of the action has slowed down here. King Leon rushes to make the tag. Decimo in his place. Diaz unfazed.
Let's compare the two teams, though. You look at the team of Diaz, Jose Perez, and John Steele. Both John Steele and Diaz making a return after a long hiatus. Jose Perez, cover here, hooks a leg. Perez, a veteran of the scene, but again, not in the ring all that much compared to his opponents.
You don't have to be in the ring as often as some of these younger cats when you have 25-plus years experience. Plus, you're talking about the commissioner. He knows the tendencies of a lot of these guys. He knows them better than they know themselves. Oh.
Probably just lose a tooth there?
I think it's gum.
Tongue could have hit the tooth, you know?
And Jose is serving up them chops.
Couple of kicks, too.
Oh, quick one. Jose go for the pin.
Very little ring rust on the commissioner, if you ask me. Picking and choosing his shots wisely.
Can you imagine if Jose won this match for the team? How much it might possibly go to his head, and we'd see him more frequently on Thursdays?
I don't think that's the case at all, John Roy. I feel as if someone felt the need to contain what was taking place on Thursdays. No, you had Delta attacking fans. Unbeknownst to him, that fan actually had a background in pro wrestling.
But Delta's not even here.
Delta's the reason why all this has been taking place. He's the mastermind behind it all, John.
It was all Delta's plan. Just cause a bunch of chaos.
Ursu now in. Diaz seemingly going after all. Oh, man, look at that.
Oh, Jesus.
A freight train.
He really is, dude. A mountain of dude just flooring Sammy Diaz, saving their de facto leader and King Leon the 6th in the process. This tag team matchup has shown many shades of gray, shown a lot of different stratagem. But in my opinion, it's going to be about heart. Who has the most amount of heart is the potential winner of this matchup.
Oh! No matter how much heart you have, an uppercut while being launched over the top rope is going to help.
And King Leon doing a good job of distracting Tyler Calloway from what's going on outside right now.
And is no one going to mention Jose's face paint?
So
it is very similar to the Kratos.
I believe so. I was going to say the God of War.
Yeah.
Looking a little rough these days.
a lot of wartime, you know, a lot of wartime.
Dodging landmines and bullets in the fray. Jose Perez is looking to keep things together for his team. The de facto captain of Sammy Diaz, and John Steele.
Hamlet making the tag.
These two men forming an alliance at Thursday Night Throwdown. Hamlet now with the cover, hooking the leg on Diaz. Perez coming in to break the count, only gets a 2.
I mean, I'm just looking, too. I mean, I know we mentioned the differences between both teams, but just look at the size of Hamlet, King Leon, Darby. These guys are mountains compared to John Steele and young Sammy Diaz there, but it's just amazing to me.
It's an age-old question that we talk about in combat sports, John Roy. Is it speed or is it power that wins the game?
What do you think?
Honestly, I think it's the right combination of the two at the right time. Timing is everything. So, yeah, they're heavily outsized, but if they can manage to strike at the right time, keep their opponents
Mercy with a 2
on their heels, figuratively and literally, they could steal themselves a victory. They could pull the upset.
Hamlet firmly in control now. Sammy has that heart that we talked about. Not giving up. Fighting his way out and up.
He calls himself the leader of the new generation, part of a very hungry pack of athletes here in New England.
Man.
Jose Perez again choosing his shots wisely. Perfect timing to break up that pin. I don't think Diaz was going to get up after that lariat.
Setting him up here, Darley and Hamlet. Diaz in the wrong part of town.
Ooh, the wrong part of that exchange as well.
There's no right part of that exchange.
Calloway trying to control the action best he can here.
And Decimo's trying to play some head games. Barking orders at him. Calloway completely unfazed. Big ups to the young official.
Diaz looked like he was going the wrong way there for a second. He needs to get himself out of that half. Back towards home plate.
Snapmare style takeover. Behedging uppercut to the back of the neck. Deep fold on that pin. And Jose Perez there again to make the save if needed.
Yeah, it's saying Jose is ready to make the save. He's there if needed. Who do you think would be more beneficial to Sammy at this point in the matchup? John Steele tagging in Jose.
I mean, either or. At this point, Diaz needs to tag in someone. I don't think it matters who gets in there. Jose's out of the equation.
Yeah, both of them have taken to the apron in an unceremonial fashion, but Perez, quicker to recover, throws himself into the fray yet again. Calloway inadvertently creating a lane of destruction for the opposing team.
Both teams now getting to their respective corners.
Diaz in a world of trouble right now.
Man, he is certainly on the wrong side of the tracks. He's taken a lot of offense, guys.
Sammy Diaz's train hasn't been on the rails in a while.
Look at this. The heart of the city on display as he fights his way towards freedom. He's got a lane in front of him, and Decimo stops him with a single leg pick. Decimo's been thrust back into his corner. Diaz yet again, no! Cover!
2. Jose breaking it up.
Doing what they can to keep Diaz from reaching his corner. The time is now for King Leon to capitalize and end it.
That face paint wiping off of Jose. He's starting to look like one of the Nazis at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark with his face melting off.
This is a desperation mode right now. Diaz fights his way up and tags Steele. Big swing and a miss by King Leon the 60 connects to Jose Perez. John Steele now fighting everyone in mist here. Decimo's been cornered. Hershey thrown to the outside. King Leon the 6th is taking a breather. Back fist slaps for everybody.
Here we go. Steele's on fire. Keep it going, Johnny. Oh!
I thought that wasn't going to work out in his favor.
The XWA fan base surely missed John Steele. That's a fact. Oh!
Modified DDT into the buckles. It staggers the King. Whip attempt was reversed by the Golden One.
Oh, man.
Black hole attempt.
And Hamlet pulling Steele off in the nick of time.
King Leon the 6th had his patented maneuver reversed by John Steele in the form of a DDT. Team members are crawling out of the woodwork, keeping their hopes alive of victory.
Watch Diaz on the dolly right on the outside.
Launched himself.
The two legal men continue to do battle in the ring here. King Leon the 6th has finally come to, and he hits Steele with a big right hand.
Oh. Boot to the kisser there.
Kicker to the kisser.
Connected right on the target. Excuse me for asking, but who's the legal man here? I haven't been keeping up.
The legal men are, in fact, Steele and King Leon the 6th. The Squire for hire sure as hell ain't legal.
Oh, there goes the Squire for hire. Still capitalizing.
Oh.
And he hit him with the elevated DDT. Cover here.
2, 3. John Steele wins the victory.
Here are your winners, the team of Sammy Diaz, Jose Perez, and John Steele.
In an absolute melee, a downright war, cannons firing from all angles. The winners of this contest are the true OGs of the event center. Sammy Diaz, John Steele, and Commissioner Jose Perez.
Now Sammy Diaz has that skull. That Uric could be the end for Uric. Jose's looking a bit like Uric.
Oh, and the Golden One has to watch someone else wear his crown. In a very unlikely series of events, Uric actually ends up back in the ring.
Oh, my table.
The hometown heroes are standing strong and they're feeling proud of themselves, as they should. They found themselves a clutch player to fill in the gap of what was supposed to be a handicap matchup. John Steele, Jose Perez, and Sammy Diaz victorious.
I'm going to need a medical update on the skull.
Uric has seen better days, my friend.
Some ice packs there. Stuff him in the eye holes.
Quite the slice of humble pie has been served to King Leon VI by those three men right there.
Them men right there? Them men right there?
Them three men right there.
These three men right there. Let me tell you about them men right here. These men around the ring right here. They are ready. For the rest of our show tonight, we got Pentagon Jr., Trigger the OG.
Got Rey Fenix that's going to be in competition up against hometown hero Kellen Thomas. We've got ourselves a Firebrand Championship matchup as well as the tag straps. Folks, a lot of gold on the line.
Speaking of gold on the line, new Squire pushing aside the crown of King Leon the Sixth. Apologizing for costing him yet another match. You gotta wonder, how long can this continue? How long will King Leon keep putting up with the losses just to have a Squire?
The Squire for hire is trying to save his skin, it looks like. Clearly there was a miscommunication between he and the King.
It happened.
During all of that combat. Oh, come on. There's nothing that calls for this.
Whoa!
Well, King got all of that round table slam that time.
Squire got all of that round table slam.
The time for games is over. You have failed your almighty too often. You're fired.
And the Squire for hire has lost this position for the second time.
Squire for hire got fired.
King Leon VI looking towards some greener pastures.
That's his entrance video.
He has stated that the time for play is over. And I know that's one fellow who does not like being made a joke of by any means. But let's face it, ever since taking on the de facto Squire, he's been on a losing streak.
De facto, is that French for new?
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for welcoming the XWA into your homes. This is the culmination of our 3-year anniversary of Thursday Night Throwdown. We are here to present OG, as all 3 of our championship titles are still up for grabs. We're going to have a Firebrand Championship match.
We got it on the line.
We're going to have ourselves a tag title match.
We got him on the line.
And we're going to have ourselves a fantastic main event.
Let me check.
Trigger the OG defends his XWA Championship against Pentagon.
Let me check. Wait. It's on the line.
You always leave me waiting in suspense, John
My phone's
Roy.
a little slow. It's an Android. Speaking of a little slow, Bob Whitney.
Let's take it to our host and ring announcer of the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the XWA Tag Team Championship!
Oh, sometimes you feel like a nut.
And sometimes you don't. But these guys are going to keep their thoughts of candy bars completely away from this ring.
Why'd you get to mention it? Now I'm staring right at concessions.
John Roy, we talked about what kind of opportunity this is for these two. Showing up in the later stages of TNT Season 3, Charlie Cashew and Ricky Archer continued to impress on a continuous basis. And this, my friends, is where it all leads to. A chance at championship gold. They will be taking on one of the most formidable tag teams the XWA has ever seen in Bear Country.
The XWA fans latching right on to this young team of Charlie Cashew, Ricky Archer.
And you can see why.
We saw the Phoenix himself come out here this past Thursday. Yeah, we saw him on commentary 2 weeks ago, rather, and he hinted at it, that Bear Country need to keep their eyes out. He returned to us just a couple days ago now, informing us would indeed be, in fact, a tag team matchup. And the champions are here, and they're ready to fight.
They're not wasting any time. They are here to do what they do best, defend their titles and leave destruction in their path. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Only the workhorsemen have shown these two brutes up. Bronson, Beefcake, two behemoths, two savages, a pair of primal beasts that have been supremely dominant throughout the entire Northeast. Boy, oh boy, Charlie Cashew and Ricky Archer, they've got a fight ahead of them.
And, you want to bring up the Workhorsemen being the only team to give these guys a run for their money, as it rightfully should be. The Workhorsemen, former XWA tag team champions. Again, we could be seeing new ones here tonight, but they got a hell of a fight ahead of them.
Let's take it to Bob Whitney for the formal introductions.
And then, if they do win the titles.
Introducing first, in the corner to my right, the challenger.
Could you imagine?
Weighing in at a total combined weight of 385 pounds, the team of Ricky Archer and Charlie Cashew.
While we have these teams on subjects, and if they do win the titles, I'm sure eventually they would go on to face Bear Country. Could you imagine that matchup? I mean, the Workhorsemen. Could you imagine that matchup?
Out of Bear Mountain, weighing in at a total combined weight of 552 pounds. They are your XWA Tag Team Champions, Bear Beefcake, Bear Bronson. They are Bear Country.
They are Bear Country indeed. They are completely unfazed. These two have got a chemistry about themselves unlike many other tag teams. No, it's not just a matter of Bronson being slightly smaller and a little bit quicker. It's a matter of mindset. Beefcake is all power. He is the type to bring down a house single-handedly. Bronson, the ever so sadistic, ever so calculated type. Boy, oh boy, Charlie Cashew and Ricky Archer are really going to have to rely on their elusiveness. They're going to have to rely on every weapon in their arsenal because Bear Country is bringing the heat.
You want to talk about the size difference between Bear Beefcake and Bear Bronson? I mean, it's pretty minimal. It's like buying a Frigidaire with an extra shelf inside. You're still getting hit by the whole friggin' fridge.
Very good analogy, John Roy. I could not agree more. My question to you is, what can Charlie Cashew do to hold his own and to possibly gain an upper hand in this exchange here?
Same thing as always. We talk about these speed versus strength matchups, as we see so often here at the XWA. So they're gonna have to outmaneuver them, and I think their biggest issue here is Bear Country is an established team. They're dominant, especially in the Northeast here, winning championships all over the states. They know each other. They're brothers. Whereas Cashew and Archer, they were two guys. They were just given a chance. They were put in this position. This is their time to prove they can do that as well.
Very interesting point to make, John Roy. Archer and Cashew, they've gotten themselves some good singles acclaim and recently were formed as a tag team. They do not necessarily have the same kind of time in as do their opponents. But Cashew now is really committed towards a leg pick, looking to get the big man off of his feet. He's looking to ground Beefcake.
It's going to be tough. The team of Archer and Cashew, almost a 200-pound deficit when it comes to the weight. He ain't moving him. It's like moving you off the couch on a Friday night,
There's only one way to do that, and it comes in a
Her name is Asia.
Yeah, I was say.
A TNT OG in her own right.
Exactly, the true OG. Cashew, though, in the corner right now in trouble. Oh, man, big blow being delivered there.
Speaking of Asia.
That thud across the pectorals of Charlie Cashew could have very well taken the wind out of him. Beefcake now just applying a choke. Oh. And another chop for good measure. The toughest nut of Nebraska's found himself on the canvas early on in this contest. Not good sign.
He salted or unsalted?
Honey roasted.
Honey roasted, fair enough.
Depends which side you're going from.
Jesus.
And we've now made a TV 14 rating, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to put the young ones to bed.
We're live, pal.
This could be their only opportunity for a while. They have to take advantage of it. One shot at the XWA Tag Team Championship.
Yeah, John Roy was talking about what kind of implications a victory could have. You know, if the upset were to take place here, as Charlie Cashew and Ricky Archer could potentially dethrone Bear Country, who would they find themselves defending those titles against? Tag team division is still incredibly competitive.
Red hot.
Red hot. And you got to remember, Resolution right around the corner, too. The biggest stage here in the XWA. All the teams are gunning for those titles.
We are on the road.
Come see us Saturday night, October 19th, live from the West Warwick Civic Center. Tickets are now available. Head over to the XWA fan base page for more information.
It's less than a month from now, or just over a month from now, rather, but the time for talk is over because these two continue to exchange technicality. And I got to say, Archer and Cashew have made very wise choice in splitting up their workload here. Neither one allowing the other one to be completely dejected from the matchup.
I personally think they're better together than they are solo. Just my opinion.
Yeah? And there's a reason why they're here tonight. You know, you're not the only one who feels that way. Clearly, the board of directors, as well as the Phoenix, the chairman of said board, feel that way as well.
Trying to break down Bear Bronson right now. That's what he's going to do. Focus on a specific body pop, break him down, keep him in your corner, and prevent the tag.
Very solid joint manipulation by Cashew, looking to floor his opponent yet again, not giving up on that plan, sticking to the original strategy.
Bronson dragged to the corner right now. Tag. Archer, the legal man.
And he breaks through that.
Right through.
Oh! And here is the size taking place, the size differential taking place yet again in this matchup.
And here is Beefcake.
Here's the thing. Bronson's no small man. Then you compare him to Beefcake, and the size and the power definitely going to be at play in this match.
Oh, look at this. Bear Beefcake completely stagnant in his stance. Meeting of the minds between Archer and Cashew. That is one mean, menacing half of Bear Country. Jesus Louises.
And, you know, speaking of OGs, Beefcake and Bronson, OGs in their own respect, not so much as a tag team, but singles competitors here at the XWA.
That is how we were introduced to them, John Roy. You are spot on. And, you know, I got to say it. The conditioning of both of these men needs to be accredited. Beefcake, when we first saw him here at the event center, he was 50 pounds heavier.
I was going to say, he was the funny fat guy.
He was.
And now,
ain't no jokes.
I don't even want to breathe the wrong way in his direction.
I think the showcasing of Archer and his partner here, Cashew, I think that's a true testament to TNT, though. That's what it's all about, is showcasing new talent and elevating them up the ranks. Look at this. Phenomenal.
And Archer landing on his shoulder blades right on the floor, that concrete.
Cashew now calling to the faithful as they're practically stunned. No one is on their phones, ladies and gentlemen. They are all completely fixated on what's taking place here. Whoa! Archer now with a body slam attempt. Falls on his ribs, does the weight of Beefcake.
Look at the power here being showcased.
That is a Bear Beefcake press. Oh, Cashew turned into a human projectile, landing hard on his senton sandwich.
That broken rib patty.
Making it hard to breathe, that's for sure. Couple of cracked ribs or not, it's going to knock the wind out of you.
More than a couple, I'm sure. That's half a dump truck landing on you.
Gentlemen, 7 minutes have elapsed from the opening bell till now of this matchup. And I got to say it, both Archer and Cashew are looking like they're almost out of gas. This is not a good sign.
No more nuts in the tin jar.
What?
Beefcake stalking his prey now. He's got Archer up against those buckles. Ugh. And he's throwing them chops. $15 a pound. Come and get them at the door, folks.
As for George.
Archer taking the brunt of the punishment right now as his partner Cashew still on the outside, yet to get to the apron.
Oh my God! Archer was just thrown onto his friggin' neck. Beefcake launching him like a javelin.
Sheer power, folks. That is what you just saw.
There's no way that all the lights are on upstairs for this young man.
I'm glad he's standing up. Well, he's moving.
Yeah, with the help of Beefcake. Is he there, though? A glaze over the eyes, that's for sure. Not much life.
And Beefcake wisely planting him in his side of the ring. That's one thing you cannot take away from Bear Country. Either one of these guys is their cunning. Yes, they are violent. They're sadistic at times even. But they're not just a bunch of muscle.
Got to give credit where credit's due. The heart of these two young competitors, Charlie Cashew and Ricky Archer, staying in the game, but how much longer on the clock do they have?
Cashew is fired up. He's looking to possibly talk some inspiration into Ricky Archer, who's been on the receiving end of a whole lot of Bear Country now.
Bear Country on the receiving end of those kicks.
Archer's making his way towards his feet. Thrown it to the ropes.
And back where he came from.
Oh, man, just sent back to the mat. Another one of those sentons thrown by Bronson. Cover here.
Two.
Nothing on the lateral.
Champion's looking to retain.
Now, Bronson is the patient type, believe it or not.
He's just stalking him now.
Yeah, he's looking for his opponent to slip up. That's really what he's doing. He's looking to wear him down as much as possible, and certainly he's not going to allow him to tag out. Cashew looking to have a bit more stamina than does Archer. He could be the difference maker in this matchup.
I mean, don't take away from Archer, though. I mean, the guy's been in there, 3, 4, 5 minutes maybe already?
At least a good 5 minutes.
3, 4, 5?
3, 4, 5. At least I was in the ballpark.
Broken clock is right twice a day, Bob.
Is that true?
Well, that back of Ricky Archer looks to be broken as he was just launched into those buckles with hellacious force. Guys, how much longer can this kid go?
I mean, I would figure at this point, Bronson and Beefcake know they can put him away.
I think it's more of a question of how long are they going to go with this kid?
All Cashew can do is look on as his tag team partner being decimated by Bear Country.
Look at this now. If that isn't cerebral warfare, I don't know what is. Bronson over on the apron. Beefcake just stomping Archer into the buckles.
Oh, jeez.
This is tough to watch. I got to be honest, guys. This is almost one-sided right here. Practically all Bear Country.
Kid is getting mauled.
Bear Country looking to carry those tag team titles into Resolution, the 19th annual. Look at this. The elevation lands with a thud.
I don't even think Ricky Archer's going to be able to eat a bear claw after this match.
Might be sipping his soup through a straw. Lazy pin by Beefcake here. Hook of the leg. Yeah, I think they're taking this young buck for granted. I'm not gonna say that they haven't put him through the gauntlet here, but the will to survive is strong in this young man. Now look at Beefcake just grinding his temple into the mat.
He's forcing Archer to use up his own energy. You know, with those quick pins, hanging on the arm like that, making Archer squirm around. Beefcake's not really doing anything.
That's a very, very astute point to make there, John Roy. And
saving it for that.
The big man goes for the moonsault. Probably one of the largest moonsaults you'll see in pro wrestling. Bronson interjects himself into this matchup. Titles on the line.
Oh, he threw it! He got through it!
Oh! Some offense being shown. Both members of Bear Country in the ring right now with Archer, who desperately needs to make a tag.
Archer's looking at Beefcake.
How did he get him up? It doesn't matter. Put him down where he needed to.
You have got to be kidding me. All of Beefcake has just fallen on a Bronson. Ricky Archer with a superhuman attempt and feat of strength displayed. Tag made to Cashew.
Here we go. Mountains of offense going after Bronson, going after Beefcake. Wanting to take these titles home. Oh!
A lot of extension on that insecurity.
Oh, stops him dead in his
Oh,
tracks.
get out of there, Cashew.
Flips out of the suplex attempt, knocking both members of Bear Country into one another.
Shove him
Cashew
sideways.
makes his way to the top rope here.
Crossbody. Oh, no. But here comes Archer.
From the other corner.
The drop kick to his own partner. Using that momentum to take down Bear Country.
Bronson, look at this. Look at this.
Bridging Sherman suplex. But the pin is not legal here. Tony P surveying the action as Bronson should not technically be in the ring.
Great job keeping law in order by Tony P.
We've got another bear press on display. Oh my God!
Like a meathead at the gym.
What a match here tonight, folks.
Picked him up, put him back down.
I mean, look at the heart and look at the tenacity being displayed here by both Archer and Cashew, but it just does not seem to be enough. Codebreaker attempt thwarted yet again by the big man.
Got to try something different for the third time there, kid.
The effort, the resiliency, the heart of Ricky Archer right now on display.
Get it off the ropes. Very smart move.
No way.
Belly driver to Beefcake by Ricky Archer.
Reaching deep down for something inside.
Barely connected, but he got that boot across the face. Nonetheless.
Got all that one. And Bear Country literally is dejected right now. You can see them damn near depleted. Charlie Cashew and Ricky Archer, all four of these men strewn about on the canvas. What a display of power by all of them. Gentlemen, the championship titles hang in the balance.
Everybody's dead. Titles are in the balance. Who knows? The future of the show is in balance.
This is one of 3 championship bouts here tonight. Still a lot more to come as Bear Beefcake gets to one knee. Archer and Cashew still slow to get up.
Cashew charges in relentlessly, taking it to the big man. issues another chop, but that woke up the Bear as Beefcake is on the hunt here. Ricky Archer's up on his shoulders. Cashew.
Oh, no. We've seen this before.
Bad spot.
Not where you want to be.
Oh, my God.
A double overhead slam by Beefcake.
Archer wanted to get cute. Start tossing Beefcake around.
Wrong thing to do, that's for sure.
Beefcake said, "You want to play my game, kid?" It's feeding time.
Still a few months before hibernation.
Got to store up the food. Pack up them nuts for winter.
And the big man is looking to defy gravity yet again, it seems, as he ascends towards that top buckle.
Seen it before, Bobby.
Archer up to his feet first, stops the big man in his tracks.
Trying to toss it from the top.
Little help will do it. Oh!
Jeez, so you see the ring. Tony P bracing for impact in the corner.
Cashew with the cover. We can have new champions. Oh!
The double body slam attempt floors the bigger member of Bear Country. Bronson is still dazed and confused on the outside, yet to regain his consciousness. The smaller team seems to have recovered first, and they've both ascended the top buckles here. Elbow
Archer
drop by
first.
Archer. Beautiful splash by
1, 2,
champs!
No, Tony P saying only 2. Sorry, kid.
Not only does Cashew and Tony P look shocked, Ricky Archer cannot believe they were unable to put away Bear Country.
Well, there's a reason they're one of the most dominant tag teams in New England, spreading throughout the country. Bear Country is a force to be reckoned with. These guys are staying toe-to-toe, but how much longer can they keep it up?
We have seen the younger team, the smaller team, recover several times over. But Bronson now has caught himself plenty of time to recover as well. And you can see him firing on many cylinders.
Oof.
Cashew now up off the ropes with the
Going for the
sunset
sunset.
flip attempt.
Here's Archer with the backup. Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Oh, didn't see that coming at all.
Tandem offense. The island driver to Charlie Cashew.
Would it be a country driver?
The Bear driver.
Bear driver?
That move ultimately eliminating Archer from action.
Oh, we've seen this before.
Good night, Irene.
1, 2, 3. Still your tag team champions, Bear Country. Valiant effort, guys. Valiant effort.
The team of Bear Country!
Archer and Cashew here to prove why they deserve to be future OGs. I'm sure they're expecting at the 4-year anniversary, the 5-year, 6-year, 7, however long, forever we go for. Archer and Cashew, I'm sure they're going to cement their names into history books in the future.
People will be talking about this matchup for a very long time because, yes, Bear Country are your decisive victors, but take nothing away from Charlie Cashew and Ricky Archer because they just went, gentlemen, 20 minutes with Bear Country, a feat in itself.
The level of tag team competition here going into Resolution is the absolute best we have ever seen it here in the XWA, Bobby.
I could not agree more. Bob Whitney, you can see it right here. The proof is in the pudding. Those two young men in Cashew and Archer, they want it. They want it bad. But man, oh man, Bear Country ain't giving those belts up anytime soon.
You know how you stay on a Bear's good side, guys? You offer them pretzels.
Ha, you stay away from the Bear is what you do. Not a humble showing by any means. Bear Bronson and Bear Beefcake have lived up to every promise they've made. And the promise has been this: they will take on anyone who challenges them for their championship titles.
Oh, no, they're going back in. Come on, Tony P, get in there.
Wait a minute, it looks as if we got a standoff here.
We know how these things normally go. Huge sign of respect from Bear Country.
You felt the air change for a moment.
I thought that was just you.
Well, Bear Country has been known to make examples of people they do not respect. Clearly that is not the case here, as Ricky Archer and Charlie Cashew have been given a championship caliber endorsement by our tag team champions
They held
in
their
Bear
own.
Country. They held their own, and they took the fight to them as best as they could. Almost 20 minutes of that never say die mantra that we talk about clearly on display. You will see them here a lot more often at the event center, folks.
And just like the music says, this is why they deserve to be here, because they're still standing. They went toe-to-toe with Bear Country, twice their size, and they survived. They didn't come out victorious, but they're alive. They can live to tell the story.
They showed up to the event center as singles competitors. They have now been paired off and are possibly one of the hotter commodities of our tag team division. If I can offer one bit of advice to both Archer and Cashew, it is keep driving forward. Folks, we've got a lot more competition on tap for you. As advertised, Rey Fenix will be taking on Kellen Thomas. Our Firebrand Championship will be up for grabs, as will the XWA title when Trigger the OG defends against Pentagon.
Something like that. Okay, amigo. I didn't know what to do with myself. This isn't a normal song. This isn't fight, fight, fight. What do I do?
Switching it up on the 3-year anniversary culmination, kids. Second half of OG underway. Let's take it to Bob Whitney.
Second half of OG, would that just be G?
Yeah, actually, it would be, yeah.
Welcome to G.
You are a literary genius, John Roy.
Thank you.
Scallop and a gentleman.
Scalping a gentleman. And here it is, the match you've been waiting for. Taylor Swift versus Rey Fenix. I'm sorry, did I say Taylor Swift? I meant the XWA Iron Man.
Folks, we have talked about what kind of metamorphosis Kellen Thomas has gone under since taking charge of his career here at the XWA. And we can talk about big matches in the past, but nothing compares to this. A singles bout for the ages. Kellen Thomas will be going one-on-one with one half of the Lucha Brothers in Rey Fenix. And you can see he's taken all the time in the world. All the time in the world. He is soaking up this moment, as he rightfully should do so, my friend.
Time to shine.
You have earned this.
Let him soak in the fans. Cut to that camera audio. Bring it in.
One half of the Lucha Brothers in the house, ladies and gentlemen. This young man is getting ready to take the wrestling world by storm. Rey Fenix in the house, looking to do battle with a hometown hero in Kellen Thomas. This match could potentially take place in the rafters, my friends. A leader in the art form of aerial assault. Un luchador especial. Originally slated to be at Resolution 18, it's been a long time coming for Rey Fenix to grace us with his presence here at the XWA Event Center. Kellen Thomas.
No one likes going through
He's
customs.
stealing my moves. What's he doing?
This is your adversary, Kellen.
But
I hope you've been studying, my friend.
He's stealing your moves, Whitney. He's not getting booed.
Come on, John. We're a team tonight.
Yeah. It's a friendly commentary competition.
The biggest challenge in his professional career in front of an audience here at West Warwick. XWA presents OG Kellen Thomas one-on-one with Rey Fenix.
You know, guys, we talk about what kind of a matchup, what kind of an opportunity this is, what kind of a game changer this is for Kellen Thomas. And I think we've beaten that to death. Let's talk about the other side of the coin. Rey Fenix has a golden future ahead of him. It is going to be not very long before you cannot see this man unless you're at a televised event, okay? What kind of pride is on the line here? Can he go back to Mexico City a loser?
There's the pride on the line, Bob. There's the entire crowd split completely down the middle for Riot Kellen Thomas and Rey Fenix. There's the pride.
John, you absolutely called it, but there's three of us in the booth here. It can't be split down the middle. Who do you got, John?
I don't know. This is a tough one.
We'll give you a minute, Bobby.
I got to give the advantage to Rey Fenix. I'd hate to do it, but I have to do it.
I'm going Kellen. It's his building. 3 years, TNT, most victories. John, the other deciding factor.
I'm going to have to go with Rey Fenix based on experience. You know, he's wrestled more high-profile matches. Nothing against Kellen Thomas. I think Rey Fenix just has the more impressive resume to back himself up.
And Kellen Thomas, for every bit of good that he has done here in New England, it is somewhat localized to the region. Rey Fenix is an international superstar. Every match means that much more because all the eyes of the world are on a superstar like this.
Your opinion, Bobby. I mean, what does Kellen Thomas have to do to beat Rey Fenix tonight?
Kellen Thomas has to think completely outside of the box. Kellen Thomas has to turn himself off from feeling whatever kind of pain he may be feeling, whatever kind of anxiety he may be feeling. Things like that. Thinking on your heels. Oh, he completes a Hurricane Rana. Fenix can't quite land it.
Oh, caught himself. Not today, Kellen.
Oh, no.
He's got some tricks you're not used to.
Whoa!
There's one of them. Goes for the pin. Two. Kellen kicking out.
Now, Kellen Thomas has a hybrid style of his own. An unofficial understudy of Mike Quackenbush.
Can he keep up with the pace of Fenix, though?
That's the ultimate deciding factor, I think, Bob Whitney.
I mean, we're very early on into this match, and you already see it different in paces.
Seeing Kellen breathing kind of heavy, too. And, this is our guy. This is our guy. I got nothing but love for the Revolution in our time. But there's an age gap here, and that's something to be considered as well. Kellen Thomas technically is the veteran in this scenario. Rey Fenix, a little bit younger, a bit more polished, a little bit more athletic.
Going to shake hands, turn it into a meeting of the minds.
Going back to that pride that's on the line that you were talking about, John Roy. Both men filled to the gills with pride.
Kellen fighting on behalf of the XWA. Rey Fenix.
Oh!
representing everything the XWA is not. You know, he comes from the high-profile companies. He's been around the world. It was the XWA. We're homegrown talent here.
Whoa, Kellen Thomas with a wide extension on that arm drag. Floors Rey Fenix, beautiful modified drag in that exchange. Single leg drop kick, floors his adversary and sends Fenix to the barricade. Things are going to start to fly quite literally now, gentlemen.
Kellen's going for it, lining up over the second into Fenix, into that guardrail. Kellen up on his feet, no sight of Rey Fenix from our vantage point.
The hometown hero is standing strong. We are just embarking the 4-minute mark of this matchup, and you can feel a hush over the crowd right now. Oh, that woke us all up a bit. Rey Fenix having a meeting of the mind with the ring post there, and Kellen Thomas. Well, Kellen Thomas is somewhat of a brawler in his own right. I wouldn't be surprised to see more of that in this matchup as well.
Kellen going up now. Is he going to go from the second? Oh! Puts the leg, goes for the pin. 1, 2. Fenix kicking out.
Kellen Thomas will have to reach deep into the arsenal, pull out a game plan that he's never used before in these past 3 years at TNT.
A lot of stank on that chop as Fenix was floored.
Get him to his feet here.
Goes to the body slam, followed by the elbow. Fenix kicking out at 2.
Now let's look at what's going on. Let's look at what's taking place. Effectively, Kellen Thomas has slowed down one of the faster athletes in all of independent wrestling. Rey Fenix has to fight his way to his feet.
And he's doing just that, though. Trading blows right now with Kellen, who connects with a big left. Stuns Fenix, knocks him down to the ground, and now Kellen doing what he wants.
Fenix with that knee now. Stops Kellen dead in his tracks. Staggers the former Firebrand champion.
Look at this.
I don't think Kellen's ever taken that before.
Fenix is now calling upon the faithful to give him some well-deserved energy. Oh, the fight continues on the perimeter of the ring here. Fenix scales the top rope with grace.
Oh!
A new school-style double stomp. Cover here. Not a whole lot of pressure in that lateral area. The shoulders didn't have much obstruction. Kellen Thomas keeps his hopes of victory alive.
Yeah, keeping the action going here at XWA presents OG.
It's just G now, Bob.
It's just G now. We get rid of the O?
Or the second half.
Or the second half of the show.
Nobody told me that. You guys got to fill me in on these type of things.
John Roy let me know, actually.
Fair enough. 2 more championship bouts to go. But now Kellen Thomas, Fenix going at it, middle of the ring. Into the corner. Whoa!
Springboard style spinning heel kick. Staggers Kellen Thomas. Modified ace crusher here. Cover.
3-0.
A very deep hook of that leg, but still not enough to keep the Riot floored.
See if he can keep it up. He's going to stay on top of Kellen. You mentioned Kellen breathing heavy. Look at him right now. Out of wind, sucking gas possibly.
Kellen, he is the Iron Man here at the XWA, our resident match goer. I don't know if he's ever stepped in the ring with someone the likes of Rey Fenix pulling out moves like that.
Playing possum, baby. That's what Kellen's doing.
Bridges into the pin. Fenix rolling through it. A little bit of wiggle room on that left elbow. Got it up.
We talked about timing before earlier on in the broadcast. Kellen Thomas may know that he can't hang for Fenix shot for shot, move for move, step for step, but he wisely chose the moment right there. Hooked in the waist lock and a beautiful bridging pin after that German suplex. Those are the kind of tactics, Bob Whitney, that he's going to have to employ in this matchup.
Absolutely. Keep that going. It may lead you to victory. Trying to use his strength right now to outmuscle Fenix. He looks to break the hold, push into the rope. Oh!
Cover here.
Is Kellen going to get it, too? Oh, Fenix reversing the pin.
No!
Beautiful counter with the crucifix-style pin. Super kick to the jaw, and Kellen is on Dream Street.
Did you catch that?
It was a move almost of desperation just to stop the sequence there, Kellen.
Did you just catch?
I didn't catch it. I catch in the cover right
here. The bottom half of Kellen's jaw when it just flew past you, Bo?
What did it land? Behind me?
It had to have. See the velocity on that kick?
Oh.
That was insane. The board of directors went on record to say that the bar of competition is to be raised, and that's exactly what's taking place right now. Fenix ascends to that top buckle. His adversary is floored as we speak.
No.
Well, Fenix looks as if he's going to change strategies here. He's floored himself. He's back on the ground.
I need a translator, please.
Things are about to start getting lethal.
One more bitch.
Ask and ye shall receive. Cover applied.
Kellen, I bet she's regretting asking for that one. Put a hole in the wall.
Kellen Thomas just poked the bear. That's what he did. Fenix now has him seated on that top buckle.
No. Where's Rey Fenix going with this one?
Looks like he's got Kellen Thomas in a muscle buster here. The attempt thwarted. Kellen now ducks underneath. Fenix adjusts. Ripcord style Insigiri. Fenix off the ropes. Pops up. Kellen counters with a powerbomb. Rolling through. He's got that double underhook. And Kellen dumps him out.
It's got to be it. Kellen's going to go for the pin on Fenix. 1, 2. Kellen can have it. No!
Kellen Thomas trying to take the victory here in the event center.
Pucker factor 5.
The hush over the crowd is lifted. Their chosen sides are now speaking. The house is yet again divided.
Going all the way, Bobby.
Kellen Thomas overcompensated for that extension there, looking for a corkscrew-style senton. Rey Fenix has been given plenty of time to recover, and he's done just that. Pops up, and the shoulders of feet, right.
Oh, we've
Kellen
seen
Thomas.
it. This has led to so many victories.
2. No. The Steelmatic was not enough to take out Rey Fenix. Kellen Thomas's patented finisher was not enough to take out one half of the Lucha Brothers. A 2.9, if you will, by the referee's count.
What is it going to take here for Thomas to put away his opponent? So much more fight left, I'm sure, in Phoenix, though. Who is the crowd going to get behind here?
Not a matter of who they're getting behind. It's a matter of who wants this victory more.
Once again, catches himself, returns with a kick.
Rey Fenix now is showing that signature offense that he brings to the dance.
Oh, man.
Cover here.
1, 2. Can't be it for Kellen. Fenix gets the win.
Winner of this match, Rey Fenix.
And, hell of a fight for Kellen Thomas. Couldn't put him away.
And a great showing by both competitors. Fenix walks out the victor in his debut appearance here in the XWA.
A fantastic showing by both men in this championship caliber bout. Although no titles were on the line, plenty of pride was up for grabs, and one half of the Lucha Brothers can go home with his pride intact as he got one over on the hometown hero of Kellen Thomas.
It's going to be on.
Unmute it.
Whoa.
If you're that blown up, how bad do you think I am?
No, bro, you don't understand. I feel so happy. I don't have words because I come from some city. I never think I will be sick in my life, and now I'm here from all these people. And you know what? What is the best thing? The best thing is I want to say thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Somebody tell you you can do something or you can do anything. Remember, now I'm the Mexican Rey Fenix. And you know what? I forget. Thank you to you. Thank you for a great match. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my friend. Best of luck. Give those guys on TV a run for their money, like you know you will.
And the fans loving every second of what they just saw, right? Kellen Thomas versus Rey Fenix. We want to thank you guys for being here, supporting the XWA. If you're watching it online, on YouTube, on the network, however you're seeing it, thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, but we've got two more for you.
Two more matchups, ladies and gentlemen.
Go ahead, tell them.
Firebrand Championship, as advertised, will be on the line, as will be our XWA Championship, as Trigger the OG defends up against that man's brother, Pentagon. But let's take the cameras to our hometown hero, pride and joy, Kellen Thomas, one more time, because you, my friend, earned it. He makes a motion towards that wall, the championship wall. There's only one more mountain left for Kellen Thomas to scale. He's done practically everything he can, but hey, you know what? Enough talk. Let's take it to Bob Whitney.
Your following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the XWA Firebrand Championship!
And a returning face here. Some of the fans a little confused. We haven't seen him since maybe the end of season 1.
A Thursday night throwdown OG in his own right. Kevin Blackwood, when he first started to cut his teeth in the region, made his way here. This young man has had more than moderate success. He's actually made quite the spectacle of himself on a national platform. It is quite the privilege to see him come as far as he has and for him to come on back towards his roots and do battle. Hey, let's face it, a potential Firebrand Championship victory could bring him to another level of competition.
Could be huge. And after the summer Kevin Blackwood has had, he calls himself unkillable. It's because a few months back, Kevin Blackwood, a few of his buddies, a few other wrestlers from Buffalo, New York, got into a serious car accident, landed himself in the hospital. Took him a long time to recover, but he's back, he's fighting, and now he's got a shot at the Firebrand title. So I'm sure in Kevin Blackwood's heart, there's more on the line than just his belt.
It's a lot you bring to the table there, John Roy. You know what? A lot of us folks tend to take our creature comforts, let alone our very lives, for granted. Kevin Blackwood being put in a time of peril. Yeah, sure, he's definitely going to reflect on this differently. But you're looking at a man who has turned the XWA upside down in a matter of months.
Rich Bass?
No, I'm talking about Tyler Cintron coming clean out of left field. The absolute one has claimed the championship, and he's going to be defending it up against a very, very top-notch caliber wrestler, in my opinion.
Tyler Cintron making his debut around the same time as Ricky Archer and Charlie Cashew. A little faster of a rise here, however, capturing that Firebrand title right off the start. But could he be losing it just as quick? We've seen a few title defenses so far, but none on a show as big as this.
Let's take it to Bob Whitney for the formal introductions.
Introducing first, in the corner to my right, he is the challenger from Buffalo, New York, weighing in at 186 pounds, unkillable Kevin Blackwood! And introducing his opponent, he is accompanied tonight by his manager, high-class Rich Bass. He is from Hollywood, California, and tonight weighs in at 193 pounds. He is the XWA Diamond Champion, Tyler Cintron!
Many people here in attendance do not like the cut of Cintron's jib, but you cannot deny...
What is a jib?
And
how do you cut it?
I'm not going to get into a war of semantics with you, John Roy. What I will say is this. Tyler Cintron has rubbed many people the wrong way. He's gotten under a lot of people's skin, but you cannot deny his technicality. You cannot deny his athletic prowess. Broken into this very sport by Marty the Moth Martinez. Tyler Cintron has traditionally been a West Coast sensation, but since arriving here to the East Coast, he has let everybody know just who he is and what he brings to the table.
Our second of 3 championship matches here. The second most prestigious title in the XWA being defended by Cintron, who with high class Rich Bass in his corner.
Just a little love tap.
I mean, what's next for this? They're representing the high-class cartel, Blackwood, who earned a shot at the title tonight. Bobby, what are you going to say about Blackwood?
What I got to say about Blackwood is this. There is no one who has cleaner conditioning. This man is going on record. And he is a vegan. He's plant-based. There's not an ounce of fat on this guy's body. The first time we saw him in competition, he was a few pounds heavier. And ever since then, ever since defying death, this man has done nothing but fire on every cylinder inside of his body. Cintron might have bitten off more than he can chew in this matchup. That's what I can tell you about Kevin Blackwood.
Well, who took the bite, really? Is this a match set up by the higher-ups here? Is this something put in place by Rich Bass?
Modified double stop applied by Blackwood. Looks as if he may target that midsection of Tyler Cintron. And to answer that question, John Roy, I'm not so sure. This might have been a move by the board of directors. I don't think Rich Bass would pair Cintron up against Blackwood. He knows what kind of competitor Blackwood is.
Good point, good point. That pesky directing board.
Oh! And Blackwood is throwing them chops! $15 a pound, kids. Get them at the door.
Cintron, he's had this coming to him for weeks. Oh!
You can feel the clasp echoing off the walls here at the event center, and we're packed to the gills with people. Blackwood taking it to Tyler Cintron. Beautiful up and over, evades his opponent's offense and follows through with a short arm lariat. Oh, beautiful belly to back suplex. Cover here. And Cintron makes his way up off the canvas.
Cintron being a member of the high-class cartel, you have to wonder if him and Trigger, they discuss their game plans, they discuss their methods going into their matches. Do you think he's benefited from being part of the high-class cartel?
Oh, absolutely. You know, Rich Bass has a
Well, he's got the title.
Well, that's true, but did that really come because of Rich Bass, or did that come because of the talent of Tyler Cintron?
I'm going to say it's a mixture of both. You know, Bass has a good lay of the land. No one scouts talent, anyone quite like him. So he knows how to advise Cintron in the best of ways.
Right hand to the skull. Oh. Pinching off his jimmies on the top rope.
Very unorthodox, but it's getting the job done. Fans want to see it again.
Like, ooh, it's like someone was trying to stomp grapes through a steel mesh.
Kevin Blackwood is really choosing his shots wisely here. Could have gotten a little bit more pressure on that pin. But I think at this point he's got Blackwood, he's got Cintron as well sized up as he possibly can. He's got a good read on him. He's not overexerting himself. You can see he appears to be in control.
Oh!
Dictating the pace.
Oh, another chop.
Now, guys, we're going on almost 5 minutes here in this matchup, and I got to say
that?
Most of the time of possession has been Blackwood.
Kevin Blackwood just invited a fan to spit into his hand.
Sounds like Asia.
Pretty. Asia would have charged for it.
Blackwood wisely breaking up the referee's count. Comfortable with keeping the battle on the outer perimeters here. I'm not so sure I would make that call. Big fan of throwing the chops, turning Cintron's chest into hamburger meat. Is unkillable. And there's Rich Bass. Professional wrestling's biggest ankle grabber.
And there goes Kevin Blackwood down to the floor. Into those heavy guardrails. Forged in 1812 by the first block of steel to be pulled out of the earth.
The very first.
These guardrails do not move.
John Roy with a bit of a literary license there. Blackwood now has gotten to his feet. Referee's count has just made it to 7, and Blackwood is back in the ring. Cintron wasting no time. He's just stomping the piss out of him.
Right rib cage being worked on there by Cintron.
Clubbing of an overhead blow by the Firebrand champion. Ooh. Blackwood thrust into the buckles. Cintron starting to look strong now that he's got his wits about him.
Rich Bass is pleased. Give him a round of applause. Blackwood able to get out of the way there. Couple of rights being connected right now. Cintron off the ropes.
Blackwood going up. Oh, over the knee.
Cover here.
Kicking out.
And it seems as if Cintron might have targeted the midsection of his opponent. Kevin Blackwood feeling the effects of that backbreaker. And Cintron with a patella to the spine.
Patella to the Nella.
I like that.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
And the more Cintron works over Blackwood, the more Rich Bass gets all fired up. I'm sick of this weasel. And we're going to see him next match too, no?
Yeah, unfortunately, he's representing all the high-class cartel, and you got to wonder what kind of acquisition was Cintron. I mean, was he muscle? Was he finesse? He's got a good combination of both.
I like to call it the muscle behind the hustle.
Okay, I like that.
I'm going to dub him.
Asia refers to some body parts that way, too.
Yes, she did. You make me sweat over here, John. Easy.
We're live, pal.
We are XWA Event Center, 3 Bridal Ave, West Warwick, Rhode Island. If you are local to the region, come on down each and every Thursday night. Cintron here, representing that championship. And now Blackwood!
Oh, folding him inside out with that suplex.
Blackwood fighting through the pain now. You can see him really clenching down on that rib cage of his own. Still, he muscles up Cintron for another suplex attempt. Doesn't bode very well for him.
Damage already done to that midsection.
Cintron with another shot to it there. Over the ropes. Oh.
Those steel cables, one wouldn't think. But being positioned the way Blackwood is, definitely do a number on you.
Already clutching at his rib cage. As you can imagine, that did more damage.
Jack Hill now starting the count. The easiest way for Cintron. Allowing for Jack Hill to get to 10 rather than having a pin or make your opponent submit. What do you think, guys? Is he going to get back in there or what?
He's got three more counts.
There's no way he's going to let his Firebrand Championship hopes be snuffed out by a count out. That's not how you come back home. That's not the impression you leave with the faithful. That's not what you're fighting for, Kevin.
Fighting for pride, fighting for that championship title with Cintron and High Class hold so dear to the cartel.
Big right hands applied. And you got to wonder how much more of this fight is going to take place before one of these men break down. I mean, Kevin Blackwood is tough. He really is. And so is Tyler Cintron. We're now starting to approach that 10-minute mark, gentlemen.
Let's just say, though, Cintron does lose the bell here. Do you think there's value to Cintron, or the value is just in the championship to Rich Bass?
That's a tough one to call.
Oh! Lands a number of shots there. Nice follow-ups. Let's see, Blackwood, what can he do? Look at this, right on his neck.
Jesus.
He has Cintron dazed. He forces him up for the brain buster. Cover here.
Now's your time, kid. No! 2 count only. Jack Hill signals to the table.
Didn't quite have the right pressure applied in that leg hook. As you can see, he almost he inadvertently assisted Cintron in getting up off the mat. There wasn't a quite flush pin right there. This match is going to continue. Kevin Blackwood, somewhat of a modified striker in his own right, starting to really take his aggression out on the chest of Cintron.
Oh, he ducked that one. Cintron getting the cover now.
2. No! Champion looking to retain, following up, staying on top of his opponent right now. Oh, man.
Cover here.
2 again.
And both men are digging very deep into their reserve tanks. The arsenal is damn near depleted, but neither competitor is bending to the other man's will.
Cintron looking at Rich Bass right now. I think there's some frustration setting in. Bass looking to give some pointers, looking to give some tips, trying to make. Look at this.
Kevin Blackwood now.
Let's get that leg hooked in.
Can he make Cintron submit?
Oh, and there's Rich Bass up on the apron.
There is the classic Rich Bass move right here. Get the referee's attention off of what's taking place.
Oh!
Yes! Yes!
What the whole fan base has been waiting for. Able to throw off Cintron. Takedown here. Turns it over.
Can we be seeing a new champion coming very soon?
You don't have Bass in the equation. He can easily make him tap.
Cintron's got that left arm free. Fired off with a couple elbows. Breaking the hold.
Blackwood didn't quite have it locked in. The absolute Cintron, the defending champion, taking advantage here. Big swing and a miss by Cintron.
Oh!
Both men with
double.
a collision.
Double crossbody.
Jack Hill now checking in on both competitors of this matchup. He's now going to issue a standing 10 count. If neither one can, or if they both can't get up before the count of 10, it's going to be a no contest. Tyler Cintron has made it to his feet, but Blackwood not so much.
Now Kevin Blackwood may be unkillable, not unhurtable, not unpinnable. Tyler Cintron just has to stay on top of him now, which is not happening.
Fury of strikes right now. See what type of damage he can do to Cintron. No, still there with it. No! Right to the temple, boys.
Cintron struggling to stay on his feet. The lights are starting to get dim upstairs. Kevin Blackwood is looking around. He sees this as an opportunity, one of which he needs to capitalize upon. This is it, my friend. This is your game changer. What a way to introduce yourself back to the XWA faithful than with a title around your waist.
Almost in the same fashion as Cintron won. It would be an epic surprise here if Blackwood can pull it off.
He's up on the shoulders, rolling through.
The winner of this match and still XWA Minor Brand Champion, Tyler Cintron.
He may be the victor of this matchup, but ladies and gentlemen, I'm not so sure what kind of vantage point the broadcast is going to show you. However, I personally saw Rich Bass making a clutch assist, saving the championship for the High Class Cartel.
Well, unfortunately, the referee didn't see it. Tyler Cintron, High Class Cartel, picking up the victory. Still your Firebrand champion. And speaking of champions, XWA champion Trigger the OG is about to go one-on-one with Pentagon Jr.
You know, the XWA Event Center has hosted some very high-profile matchups in its day, but tonight is a home victory for the home boys. Trigger the OG, you may not like him, you may not appreciate the way he's retained his championship, but he is on top of the pecking order. He has been a leader of the pack for almost a year now.
Well, as you saw right now, a win's a win.
A win is a win, but Pentagon has been dripping in gold. Can Trigger hang? That's the question. Can Trigger hang?
We'll find out. Kellen Thomas went one-on-one with Rey Fenix. Didn't have quite what it takes. Maybe, just maybe, our XWA champion can get the job done. Put Pentagon Jr. away.
Folks, let's take it to Bob Whitney.
The 19th Annual Resolution coming to you Saturday night, October 19th. Tickets are currently on sale. You can head over to the XWA fan base page for more information. The following contest scheduled for one fall is your main event of the evening, and it is for the XWA Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, it all comes down to this. Can the leader of the High Class Cartel go with one of independent wrestling's biggest commodities? He is one half of the Lucha Brothers. He's one half of the AAA Tag Team Champion. He is Pentagon. Do not be fooled by his extravagant ways. Do not judge this book by its cover. Yes, he is very unorthodox. And yes, he craves the spotlight. But this flamboyant luchador is all business once the bell rings. I have never seen a man take such command over a room such as this one right here.
Trigger the OG, possibly the biggest match of his career, of his life.
He is one portion of the high-class cartel. He is the current reigning and defending XWA champion, and he is looking at his highest profile adversary he has ever faced. Trigger, the OG, appears unfazed, and that says a lot about a man. There are several people who would be shaking in their boots
as the smell of Black and Mild fills the air. The fans wait in anticipation for the start of the match, but we haven't even announced it yet.
Trigger is not one for the ceremony. He considers the XWA his house. And if anything, it appears as if he has taken great offense to Pentagon's presence. Let's take it to Bob Whitney for the formal introductions.
Introducing first to the corner to my right, the challenger. From Mexico City, Mexico, weighing at 207 pounds, Pentagon Jr. And introducing his opponent to my left, he is accompanied tonight by his manager, High Class Rich Bass, fighting out of the PVD, weighing in at 217 pounds. He is representing the High Class Cartel. He is your XWA champion, Trigger the OG!
Now that all the decorum has taken place, there is only one thing to do, kids, and that is throw down.
It's not Thursday night.
No, it certainly is not. The Thursday Night Throwdown has gone on for 3 consecutive years, and in my not-so-humble opinion, it has changed the entire landscape of New England. It has made stars out of nobodies. And that's what we do here at the XWA.
We're underway. Your main event has started. No Mierdo there, baby. Oh!
We've known some colorful language to take place here at the XWA. And it seems like tonight's going to be one of them nights.
It's for the kids.
To top it all off, OG tonight being headlined with these two.
Oh, something about his madre.
That's all you got out of that, huh?
Oh, here comes the glove. Oh, what are you saying, Trips?
That PR really just came out of him.
You won't be saying it again.
Well scouted by Pentagon.
Kick right to the upper thigh. Trigger went to roll backwards through it. Pentagon said, not today.
Feeding off of the energy of the faithful. Pentagon looks to take to the air.
Oh.
Where are you going? You gotta
be kidding me.
He didn't ring the bell. He didn't ring the bell.
Been informed by referee Tony Payne that this match will continue as there must be a winner.
Well, there you have it.
This match is now no disqualification.
Oh! The mouth of hell has just been opened wide. The high-class cartel thought they were going to play by their own rules. Well, the rules have been thrown out. This is now no disqualifications.
A game that Pentagon will surely want to play if it leads to the XWA Championship around his waist.
Oof. Things are going to get vicious here, folks. Things have taken a very ugly turn here at the event center. This is a no DQ match, which means these two animals are going to go to war with one another throughout the entire arena. I said before, parents, that you should use discretion. Now I'm telling you, if you don't block your kids' ears, we're not responsible for what they're saying tomorrow.
You see every member of the audience here on their feet as Pentagon coming around that guardrail with Trigger the OG following close behind.
Trigger now, he's attempting the biggest insult in luchador culture. He's looking to take the mask off of Pentagon. Don't do that. No, that's sacred. You can't do that.
Come on, Trips. You must have double knotted it.
Guys, I'll be honest, I don't want to call this. This is one moment I don't want to be a part of. You don't ever insult a luchador by removing the mask off their face, especially in competition like this.
Oh, man.
Back on the outside now into that guardrail. Shoots Pentagon across into the opposite side.
Pentagon ever been in a West Warwick street fight?
Look, the guy comes from Mexico City, and there's some pretty bad barrios down that way.
I don't know if Mexico's as dirty as West Warwick.
Knock it off. Everybody needs tetanus shots, including you, Rye.
A little bit of inside baseball taking place as Trigger charges towards home plate and gets a good shot in on Pentagon, who is dazed.
The OG draped in the colors of our people.
Looks as if he's got himself some distance between he and Pentagon. He's getting about a good half a lap around and some extra velocity.
Light himself up. There he goes, but no. Oh, up on the guardrail.
He's got himself a knuckle lock applied to Pentagon.
Oh!
Takes a moment to showboat, does the current champion, and it ends up backfiring.
A lot of potty mouths in the XWA.
Pass is beside himself. He doesn't know what to do.
And although there's nothing preventing him within the confine of the rules from interjecting himself into this matchup, you can see he's keeping a very comfortable distance away from himself and Pentagon.
Trigger was almost going to hike into I-95 out there. He's ready to hitchhike.
This is like a Friday the 13th movie. Trix is running away. Pentagon is just walking and catching up to him. Brings him back down in the ring where it deserves to be, but Pentagon, oh, he's got a steel chair.
Shades of Joey Bones, Pentagon Jr. with a steel throne in hand, taking clear advantage of the no disqualification ruling made on this matchup.
The only way to win the title, though, is in the middle of the ring. Granted, no DQ. But the strap only changes if the 1, 2, 3 of the submission takes place in the center of the ring.
Oh. That chop took place in the center of the chest. Folding that bulletproof vest down, delivering a shot of his own.
How long do you think the fan base has been waiting to see this demolition of Trigger?
All night, all week, since we announced it.
No. Oh, my.
Jesus. Oh, I felt that in my throat.
Yes. Oh, God, yes.
I've never seen Rich Bass run that fast in my life.
The way he made around that corner?
You might have thought a wild dog was set loose upon him, and he may very well be in the literal sense.
Last time I saw someone move that quick, Ken Broadway was out here throwing hundreds at you, Rossi.
Oh, that was the best payday I've ever received in my career. Are you kidding me? Can we book Ken Broadway again?
Trigger's still done from that chair shot. Come on, Pentagon, put a little steam into it. Get him, baby.
Pentagon leaving Rich Bass alone. He knows the fight's with Trigger the OG right now.
He's staring down at Trigger from that top rope.
Oh.
Misses with the double stomp.
Bounces through, catches himself on that chair, almost slides out.
Big loss of losing the footing there. Might have cost him the match. 2, no.
Quick reversal.
Oh.
Rich Bass was catching that glob of spit.
Trigger is really having his limits tested in this matchup. Damn near asphyxiated by his own suspenders. The shirt and the flak jacket ripped off. Pentagon has gone to war with him, and folks, we're just now approaching the 9-minute mark of this matchup. This is no disqualification. Being a title match, this has a 60-minute time limit. I wouldn't be surprised to see it go the entire distance.
Trigger the OG, one of the toughest SOBs on the XWA roster. And Pentagon is taking it to him.
Cover here.
2 new champions! No!
Tony P keeping good order of this contest, although it is no disqualification. He's trying to keep this as fair and balanced as possible.
Pentagon, who has held a number of championships in his short career, looking to get the XWA championship, looking to be on that wall of champions. And when you look at the lineage and where some of those folks are today, Pentagon hoping to be in the same position.
Trigger the OG is in a very bad situation right now. He counters out of it.
Oh, sends him down, Trigger in the pin.
Oh!
Pentagon up at 2.
Fan base still on their feet. This is your main event. Champion heads into resolution as being on top of the ladder.
Pentagon now hoisted up to that top rope. Trigger getting those chops in while his adversary is breathing heavy. This is the moment he needs to seize if he wants to hang on to that title.
We see. Oh!
To the tendon, mother.
Oh, no!
Oh! I think he just crushed Trigger's smoking throat. 2!
No!
Even after that amateur tracheotomy was taking place, Trigger still manages to get himself up off the canvas, and it looks as if Pentagon's starting to show signs of frustration. He figured this was going to be a walk in the park.
Who's the bum throwing stuff in the ring? Get some manners, West Warwick.
Like that will ever happen.
Pentagon's feeling the vibe here. The faithful is showing their appreciation. Trigger's begging for mercy. That's not the mark of a champion. Big swing and a miss by Trigger.
Oh!
Threw it. Barely catches him, but got him down nonetheless.
Oh, no! Oh!
And
Poor
Tony
Tony
P
P.
has just taken a spinning heel kick from Pentagon. A disqualification will not take place in this kind of matchup.
That's his pinning hand, no?
Oh, what's he going for? Pentagon caught Trigger. He had the chains in his hands.
Wait a minute, he's got his shoe off! That dirty shoe!
That dirty bastard, Rich Bass.
Gonna be loaded with something, I'm sure. Probably got a stack of quarters in there or something.
Oh!
I think he just said, we can't say that on TV. Oh, no!
A low kick to the...
No! Pentagon staying alive!
Folks, we are seeing all kinds of shots being taken by both Pentagon and Trigger the OG. All sorts of liberties at place here. No disqualification contest for the XWA Championship. And Trigger now, he ascends to the top rope. He's got that chair on Pentagon. If he's going to drop that signature leg drop, this could be it for one half of the Lucha Bros.
Oh, that's a tailbone, baby.
Looping out your pooper. Oh! Eats the chair.
Oh!
And this is it. We're going to have a new poster on the wall.
The title change hands. No,
Come on, Rich Bass.
This is absurd. This is absurd. We almost had a new champion here.
Throw him out. Throw him out.
That easily just cost Pentagon the championship.
Oh.
He's apologizing. What's that going to do?
Rich Bass is number one in Pentagon's heart.
Is that what that meant?
Yeah.
The middle one.
Call it no moss. We know what that means. He wants no piece of Pentagon. He's got a weapon in his hand. This could put out Trigger.
We've never seen Trigger in this condition.
Begging, pleading. In his whole championship reign, we've never seen it.
Oh, come on. Schoolboy applied.
Trigger the OG with a slip of the mask had Pentagon's focus taken away from the matchup, and he saves his championship hopes yet again. Technically speaking, this was all within the confines of the rules, being a no disqualification contest. By all rights and means, your champion, your winner, is Trigger the OG.
And an upset of epic proportion. I can't believe what we just witnessed, Bobby.
The hostilities being exchanged across our commentary booth are absolutely unreal.
Come on.
Pentagon Jr. quite possibly Trigger the OG's fiercest opponent to date, has shown up to the XWA Event Center and virtually had the championship stolen out of his grasp, but by both he and Rich Bass. John Roy, boy, did they get away with that by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, boy, did we get lucky to be here tonight, Bob. 3-year anniversary Thursday night throwdowns. The fans poured out in droves. Look, they're loving every second of it. This card was stacked top to bottom. Thank you, guys. You're lucky. Thanks for having me here at the commentary table. I know you're one of the original members here. I appreciate you letting me join you guys.
And I appreciate every single one of you fans that have made Thursday Night Throwdown an institution here in New England. 3 years running, 3 more to go, if not more. Thank you on behalf of everyone here at the XWA for joining us here tonight for OG. On behalf of John Roy, Bob Whitney, and everyone else, get home safely, and we'll see you here this coming Thursday to throw down.